What's going on, everyone? We got a really good video here, pretty much signaling the anti-consumer behavior of Nvidia and how insane they're going. This guy rips them apart and does a professional video. This one is a must-watch. Hopefully, everyone has been enjoying their holidays and is enjoying today. You know me, I'm always having a good time, no matter what. Hopefully, everybody got some great stuff. I don't really care about presents or anything. You know what I mean? I'm not, into holidays really, but I celebrate them with people. We were having some celebrations last night, drinking and do all that stuff. We're not going to be no Grinch over here. But Nvidia is far beyond that. I mean, we thought Microsoft were bad. Oh no, Nvidia is leading the charge for I'll be back. So we're gonna have to take a look at this and just how they're screwing over the whole gaming community and humanity in general. They're betraying everything. Let's get ready to do this, and thank you all for the support. Peace and love. Let's go, guys. This is gonna get nuts. Are we ready? Because I found this on it says Gamer Nexus on Nvidia pushing hardware as a service, subscription computers, and making hardware unaffordable to consumers. And then we're gonna need maybe. All right. No, hopefully they don't go that far. But hey, let's go, guys.
The companies are post-consumer. They do not need you right now. Private equity and these large companies want to make sure that you not only rent your home and lease your car, but subscribe to your computer. Data center and AI greed has gone beyond simply fucking consumers and instead is now intent on fucking humanity. With things like the Palantir partnership, with things like the focus on military applications of AI, because apparently there's not enough money in the private sector. We need to go extract it from the Pentagon as well. These large companies can outbid anybody anytime. This isn't a gaming computer problem. This isn't a DIY enthusiast build PCs problem. This is an everybody problem.
Yes, guys, everybody
in the
needs
news
to
for
watch
rumors we've corroborated with industry sources that it intends to cut consumer GeForce GPU production by 30 to 40% next year, yielding to enterprise GPU sales. And as usual, it's the normal people who get economically fucked while these mega corporations get into bed with each other and with governments to leech the market dry and sequester away computing power into the cloud so that they can lease it back to you later. And this comes at a time.
You see what he just said, too, because we've been talking about this before. You know what I mean? Trying to say you don't own anything, pay me a subscription, and then I'm going to treat you like the banksters treat you now. You better rent your computer because I'm going to price it out. And I'm going to control and monopolize things. And then feed everything to the beast. Yeah.
When costs are going up for Nvidia's GPU subscription program, ensuring that you'll pay for a new flagship GPU every 5 years, whether you actually get to own it or not at the end of that. We think the mega corporations and private equity are slowly pushing for computers to go the way of the housing market, with the end goal being that you'll own nothing and you'll subscribe to everything, right down to your computer. Nvidia sold 600.
Pretty much, guys. And I can imagine being a PC gamer since the 90s, because I've been around since 1993 gaming, but obviously I was born in the 89. But you supporting Nvidia for all these years, then you turn out to see who they really are. What was the long-term goal? Yeah, I know you're terribly disappointed. This is it's terrible.
1,000 GPUs to Saudi Arabia's Humane, led by Mohammed bin Salman and part of the same PIF group that partnered with Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner to buy EA Games. 60,000 Nvidia GPUs went to the UAE via Microsoft, and Nvidia is planning to allocate 1.3 million GPUs to Meta AI for a data center large enough to cover most of Manhattan. Then there's 300,000 GPUs to Nscale, with 60,000 in the UK, 50,000 GPUs to SK Hynix, 50,000 GPUs to Samsung, 200,000 GPUs to Elon Musk's xAI, with a roadmap to sell them 1 million total GPUs, 400,000 GPUs to Oracle, 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA systems for OpenAI, or over 2 times the power capacity of the largest nuclear power plant in the United States, with millions of GPUs, more than 100,000 GPUs in the immediate future for Microsoft, and even 100,000 GPUs to the United States Department of Energy. The last one, of course, funded by taxpayers, who will ultimately foot the bill for the cost of the GPUs, the cost of the power consumption, the cost of the grid upfit, and the cost of the land use, getting fucked over in ways more than just the cost of the computer. So with these
let's cut to production for your gaming world and then feed all the AI entities, like I said. And then we're going to get ready for something even worse. I think you guys are getting the idea here why they said they're cutting their production. Do you really think that's what they're doing? No, what they're doing is they're screwing over the consumer more. The ones that you who supported them for all this, and they're feeding all of them. They're supporting all those AI aspects. Then they're telling the people that you were getting stuff from too, and even some of their partners, go get your own chips now. Because they have a plan. It's not like their production is getting more insane, but not for you, for the AI feed, for other companies and corporations. You guys are seeing this. This is a massive betrayal, and it is terrible. Man, okay, so Nvidia has become the grand villain now. Good boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. No.
These deals between governments and companies, it's pretty clear that Nvidia would rather sell over 1 million GPUs to Mark Zuckerberg rather than 1 million GPUs to 1 million end users. And that's not a surprise, but what is interesting is that Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang has seemingly shifted his interest towards the military-industrial complex instead, meaning that he's removed his hand out of the ass of the White House and extended it to shake the hand of the Pentagon.
Well, I'm happy that
pretty much
that our military is going to use AI technology for
Mr.
defense.
Aquarius.
We also know that national security and economic security and economic prosperity go hand in hand. The wealthier our nation, the more we can fund the mightiest military on the planet, so that we can continue to be the mightiest technology industry in the world, so that we can fund the mightiest military in the world. And all of that, I think, goes hand in hand.
I'm happy.
I'll be back.
That we're making it more socially acceptable. You know, there was a time where when somebody wanted to channel their technology capability and their intellect into defense technology, somehow they're vilified.
That's right. Vilified somehow. For some reason, the people who design AI system usage for killing people are vilified.
Come with me if you want to live.
And if you want to learn more about that particular topic, you can check out our latest GNCA video that is on the...
Guys, he said it in front of you. He's aligned to, and oh man, he even said that word, vilified, defense, extermination. Consistently sprinting at you like that, you know. Oh man. And you saw them pull up that AI in the last CES earlier this year. When I seen that, I was telling people, I said, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, after seeing what I saw him show, there was an early ritual warning. Because the thing about AI is that it doesn't have a soul. It does what you want it to do. So it's more about what are they thinking and how would it operate once it realizes some of these people are just like degens. Some of these people are just not. And what's the point of these human beings? Like they're ignorant, you know what I mean? Some of them, you know what I mean? And then like they're gonna like eventually might terminate, might be a problem. And then when you got them coming with crazy shields and you shooting at them, it ain't like you shooting at a human being. It's like, ah, man, he shot me. I gotta be no. They're gonna keep coming at you. And what if they program them for martial law? And you think surveillance is bad now? Imagine when you got those things walking around, just scanning everything, looking through the wall, 24/7, just can walk around and sprint, drive their own cars, and then pull out. And man, and oh boy, yeah. And then they're just getting massive data feed and learning all your tactics. Going to be observing everything in the military, learning all those tactics, and they're going to be suited with that. Try arguing with them. Boot on your face, mechanical.
Palantir and Nvidia relationship, which is shady in a number of other ways. When he's not busy with his latest multiplayer affair with the Warhawks, Jensen Huang is busy testing the theory of the inverse Kramer and driving number up for Wall Street. Roll 212.
I always like it when we give a keynote everybody's stock price goes up.
Stargate will consume 40% of the global DRAM supply. Nvidia is set to consume 77% of the AI wafer allocation. Nvidia's 2027 HBM bit demand is projected to consume more than the entirety of the 2025 HBM demand, and the wafer area, factoring in lower yield of HBM plus allocation to interposer wafers, will further squeeze users of consumer devices. Nvidia's close partner Micron has abandoned consumers while raking in billions of dollars from those same consumers via tax breaks and government subsidies, boasting a 257% growth in cloud-based memory revenue from hyperscalers and from Nvidia, while also increasing its operating margin in its mobile and client business to 47% from 15% year over year in fiscal quarter 1 2026. Because they weren't making a—
You see what I'm saying? They have more money than ever, and they're telling you about this shortage, but it's the same as what he just said before. It's not a DRAM crisis. It is, I'm cutting you off and I'm supplying them, and I'm manipulating the consumer, you the consumer, and I'm going to jack the price up on you even more after you feeding me. Thank you. This is what I'm going to do. You really think this is a real shortage problem? No, they are just doing this for the AI data feed and for, I don't want to say it, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm not going to say termination because that's still early, but the thing is that it didn't even have to be termination. It's more like maybe martial law entrapment, maybe more powerful military to run around and colonize more and get its way, but while also, like I say, monitoring things the way that the machine is going to monitor, because they don't have to get involved anymore. And if you see them kind of treating you this way, how do you think they're going to program the AI to treat you? To you better comply. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to make more money. And so you're not really getting a true shortage supply. You're just getting screwed over, and they're deciding to mass dump and mass produce more towards all of them who are kind of in bed together with their own secret cult society against screwing you over more and making more money off of you and funding more and building up more of those trillion-dollar, billion-dollar companies. And just screwing gaming and saying, well, if you want to keep gaming, we're going to make an elite subscription service. You got to get used to this cloud war because it's coming big time.
enough on you already, so they've altered the deal. Pray that they don't alter it further. And so AI bus driver Jensen Huang can cooperate with memory manufacturers like Micron to further crush the end user underfoot and line the pockets of the trillionaire tech companies and the billionaire tech CEOs. All at a time when the average person has seen a wage growth increase in November of 0.1% and an annual wage growth increase of 3.5%, only 0.5 percentage points outpacing inflation, stacked with the highest unemployment rate in 4 years. But it's not all bad. Gaming companies are saying they might have to optimize their video games more than they wanted to account for the memory pricing. So, good.
Yeah, that's good. You should have been doing that to begin with. But this, like I said, that's the only boon that can come out of this from a gaming perspective. But outside of that, this is a way bigger issue. Nvidia is a way bigger problem than that now. Like, what they've been built up to be, look at what they did. Look at what they're doing.
That's good. We'll still have video games to play while the world is plunged into a dystopic AI surveillance darkness, the likes of which we've never seen before. But Larian's gonna optimize their next game more than they wanted to. It's time to talk about what's going on with the memory industry and Nvidia. And this time, the what that we want to uncover specifically is the fuck. We brought you this installment to our AI Dystopia series of video coverage as part of our Kickstarter-style AI Dystopia series support campaign on store.gamersaccess.net. The series focuses on global surveillance, tech company overreach, and anti-consumer behavior. As part of the support campaign, you can get signed versions of our GN15 mouse mats for one of the tiers, the new redacted GN logo glassware with a nucleation base for our Dystopia smiley, themed around our Vaporwave smiley t-shirt, a new sticker pack with a throwback to all of a few months ago when we got Bloomberged for our latest investigative series, and even a copyright strike t-shirt. This is our latest Kickstarter-style fundraiser to help fuel our deep dive research and upcoming travel investigations. Alongside this series, we also launched our brand new 3D rubberized coaster packs with a retro I/O design, included an old school PC case front panel with 5 1/4 bays, retro colorway controller, and more. We just recently signed a new batch of GN Inductor E-Waste dice boxes for the autographed tier, so improving for completed cards, but each GPU has memory attached to it, and the memory prices, as you all know, have been skyrocketing, where in fact, if you bought memory back in August or late July and you sold it today, it is possibly the best investment you have ever made in your life. That's how fast it's multiplied. The big three memory makers, meanwhile, are all increasing HBM production for GPUs. Likewise, servers have their own need for RAM, and it's measured in hundreds of gigabytes to terabytes. For some context, GN spoke with a respected industry insider and analyst who actually...
Yeah, so guys, we know about this, but we had to get that Nvidia part out the way. That's crazy. And like I said, guys, I found this over here on this thread, and I'm curious what some people have to say down here. This might be a front runner for worst business model ever. We think is a bit of a weird disclaimer. Oh God, please Intel and AMD save us. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't like, oh man, Nvidia has just gone full dark side. That seems like it would limit the audience vastly and wouldn't be financially viable, which, as AI has shown us, doesn't really seem to matter. So who knows? I don't think I could stand depending on streaming for gaming. So I would just look for greener pastures at this point. Yeah, I don't want gaming to be turned into a streaming monopoly. That sounds terrible. This is why I said you do not want like PlayStation and Nintendo and all of them to go down, like, because they're still keeping the gaming development up. Steam is doing what they're doing too, but they're trapped because their biggest market is in a PC world where Nvidia might be just, oh man, like, I don't know, man. Steam will be fine in a sense, but even then, like, it's just like, yeah, this is all terrible. You will own nothing to be happy. I mean, this has never been more relevant than ever with what Nvidia is trying to do. This guy says, personally, I would quit gaming before using a streaming service. Despite the obvious drawbacks like latency, I want to own the hardware and not rent it. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a big thing here. Parasite class would like nothing more than doing away with ownership entirely if they can get away with it. Whether that's feasible or not is another question, but you can bet they salivate on the thought. Yeah, pretty much. Man, I mean, they just went... I mean, they're embarrassing Microsoft with this. Like, oh man, that's what I was saying. Like with Housen, like, you don't want none of this happening. Plenty of games to play and 40 years of video games. I'm good not paying for any subscription service for future games. And that's kind of like, I'm big on that too. Unless like I want to use it for the advantage, I want to use it for a little bit, but for the most part, I still want to play the games that I own. You know what I mean? And this has to blow up in Nvidia's face. I mean, this has to. Like, we gotta hope and just, yeah, hope for that. So, you guys have seen that video. That was an insane coverage on Nvidia. He did a really good job with it. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, enjoy your holidays. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's keep this channel going. You know, we're trying to be, you know, very diverse on the topics lately. Later, y'all. Peace out. And Nvidia, you suck right now. Big time. More than I've ever seen. Like, you're embarrassing everybody. Vilified. All right, y'all. I'll be back.